Stocks did head south today after investors were hit with a 1-2 punch of trade and global growth concerns. Let's start with trade. The latest is that talks between the U.S. and China may not be progressing as quickly as the market would like, especially ahead of that key tariff deadline now set for March 1st. And that sparked concerns that the trade war between the world's two largest economies will not be coming to a quick resolution after all. At the close today, the Dow was down 220 points, not the low of the day, though. We're at 25,169. The Nasdaq was down 86. The S&P slid by 25. Bob Pisani has more on today's stock slide.
A number of headlines have stirred up fears about the U.S.-China trade wars. So just before 11 a.m. Eastern time, reports were out saying White House National Economic Director Larry Kudlow said there is a pretty sizable distance to go right now for the two world powers to reach a trade deal. Moments later, sources told CNBC that President Donald Trump was unlikely to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping before the March 1st trade truce deadline. That's adding further fuel to the fire and sparking concerns that the trade wars might pick up right where they left off 90 days ago. So the markets had been patiently optimistic about a trade deal over the past few weeks and months, but prospects are maybe a little dimmer now. When asked directly whether he had planned a meeting with Xi, Trump told the press not yet. No surprise then that defensive sectors like real estate, utilities were the lone groups trading in the green. Big multinational groups like materials and energy names lagged on the session. Industrials like Boeing, Caterpillar, 3M, they also dragged the Dow deeper into the red. On top of that, Europe showed more signs of a global economic slowdown overnight, and that stoked still more fears about a weaker macro backdrop. One bright spot today was the regional banks, particularly SunTrust and BB&T, after they announced a $66 billion merger. The bank stocks have rallied 16% so far this year, but they're still facing tougher conditions thanks to low rates and tepid loan growth. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Bob Pisani at the New York Stock Exchange.